Hey everybody. So here's Bradley here. I'm just leveling him up, maxing him out. No, I didn't get him to 5-star. I got him close. I did this kind of in a two-part thing. Bradley's really good. Really good defensive hero. Gonna be good for holding, castle, fort, smelter, stuff like that. So still would like to get him maxed out and run some more tests, but looks like the lineup is. I'm still going back to Gen 5. Gwen, Nora, um, running Edith, and Gordon with Gwen, and then Edith, Nora, Bradley for defense. So the first one was offense. Edith, Nora, Bradley, defense. Not too happy about that. I was kind of hoping that we would kind of get a little change as far as that's concerned, but whatever. Right here, I'm just kind of going through, maxing out their main weapon, and that kind of got up enough to where it's a lot better than the Gen 6. So, I'm gonna kind of run with that and just continue using them. Um, yeah, I was kind of hoping we could have got away from the Gen 5, but still gonna have to run them until the next one, I guess. And I guess it'll be still the mix and match of different gens, probably for a while. So. But yeah, I mean, Bradley's got some pretty good skills, as you've seen. I'm just doing a little reorganizing with the gear and everything. Wish I could do a little bit different than this, but it is what it is. No big deal. Just moving gear around and kind of putting stuff where I want to put it. And of course, I will eventually, go back to leveling it all up to 100 like I had it before. Of course, I'm gonna get this for $5. Why not? But yeah, this will be a really exciting video. This is my big chest opening video. 6,000 chest. Massive upgrades on legendary gear. Yeah, I'm still torn on the whole mithril deal. They need to add something for mithril. If you are watching this entry, you got to add something that gives mithril other than just packs. You need to add it. It has to come. Y'all need to do a justice and fix the injustice of nothing but packs. You need to add something for the mithril. It needs to come in. I don't care where you put it at. You need to come up with some event that gives you mithril, not just not just like events that are like once in a blue moon. You need to have something on a daily or a weekly that give you one, maybe on a weekly basis, 3, 4. 3 would be nice. Yeah, free to play, you have no chance. None. You will never get legendary whatsoever until they add something in that will cover, giving you mithril. Or you'll be doing a $5 pack buy every, week whenever it resets. You have no chance whatsoever at getting any mithril. This is where I kind of went up a little bit more with him. Wish I could have got him a little closer, but it is what it is. So yeah, real quick, guys. Of course, I'm going to talk about Packsify right here. Go get signed up. Get your early bird if you haven't signed up already. If you've not signed up, go get your 500 credits, which you can use for a $5 pack buy in-game. Yes, you do have to give them login credentials on Facebook or Google. I do a separate Facebook account. Everything's been 100%, and other people will tell you the same thing. No issues, none so far. But go get signed up, get your 10 to 35% in-game discounts. Any game, any pack purchase, you got to do it. You're going to save money right off the bat. Now, they are running this weekly contest. I don't know how long they're going to be running it for, but this gives you a little info on it. If you're an early bird, you get the 1.5% more of a chance. So, yeah, go get signed up. Participate in the contest here. You can win up to $300 in pack buys. So, definitely check that out, guys, while they're doing it. But, yeah, if you're well in the game, not just a regular individual, if you're well in the game, definitely click on my link in my description and go to Packsify. They have flash deals that are going to benefit you really, really good flash deals. I'm talking about like $25.50 you buy in, you get 3,000 plus 300,000 gems. Click on the link, go sign up, start saving some money, guys. Quit overspending on packs. Buy all your packs through Packsify and start saving your money. Bradley, like I said, I spent a little time on him, not too much. Definitely a nice hero as far as defense goes. I did run through, after I did all my chest openings, upgrades on the legendary. And like I did say, I don't know if I think I said this in another video. Not this one so far, but I did use Packsify to do all of the chest. Every single one of them, the 6,000 chests that I had, came through Packsify. Thank you, Packsify, for being a sponsor and helping out with this video here, because 6,000 chests, my goodness gracious, that's crazy. That's nuts. I think that one treasure hunt event netted me, what did I tell you on another video? It was like 3,000 or 4,000. It was crazy. A lot. So yeah. So that was quite a bit. A lot of chests. Yeah, over 6,000, guys. So, are y'all ready? Here it goes. Let's start banking some mithril here. Mythic. Sorry, mythic. I got a little excited there. Yeah, a bunch of XP right there with those gears, or with that hero gear right there. The blues, the purples. That's all XP to upgrade. I did have to pull some gear off of another hero, 2 heroes I do believe, and reforge, just to level up what I did in upgrades, which is fine. Like I said, I'll slow play it. I'll get all my heroes gears back up to 100 again. It won't take no time at all. Once I get all the legendary maxed out on the top 3, it won't take any time. I'll slow play the last 2. Do the top 3, slow play the last 2 that are going to be used in arena. I'll slow play those. I'm not going to go and max the last 2 out. Like I've said before, a lot of this legendary is going to be slow playing, but they really do need to do something for the free to play on the mithril. Sentry, y'all got to do something. They have no chance of getting any mithril whatsoever. unless you do it through a pack buy. There's absolutely no game mechanic that gives you mithril at the moment, and that's sad. This is going to take a while. I thought about speeding it up, and I said I would just ruin it. I would just ruin the epicness, the awe-inspiring amount of chest that there are to open. And I'm doing them in batches of 30, which, as far as I'm told, increase your chances of getting mythic gear. So I did go a little fast to begin with, and I said, let me slow it down to where like 3 or 4 pop up, and then I'll tap and complete it out. And when I started doing that, I started noticing I got more mythic popping up. When I was fast doing it at the very beginning, I noticed I wasn't getting as much. Um, Let me know what your thoughts are on that, because to me it seemed a lot different when I started doing this. Just letting, 3 or 4 pop up and then tapping, letting it, quick finish it out. It seemed like I was netting more mythic. Maybe I'm crazy, but to me it did. And like I said, this is gonna take some time, so I'm gonna let it run, and I'll come back after I get all of them open. So yeah, what a massive pack opening. As far as hero gear chests, lucky hero gear chests go. Yeah, that was epic to say the least. Oh my goodness. It took a while, but let's get down to it. Yeah, we're looking at me boosting here on. I'm gonna do my health on the infantry. That's where it's gonna benefit me the most. I'm not going to 100. I'm not doing that. That to me, once I get everything to 99, I have okay. Any of y'all coming in, and a lot of the ones that have been around a while. Here's my theory on this, and what my thinking is. Okay, 50%. Doughboy, you gotta do it. You gotta get to 50%. You gotta get to 100. No, if you've seen all my frames, all my city skins, all the bonuses that I have, um, just from research, um, from the T11, Daybreak, City skins, the March skins, the frames, all of those bonuses. Do you honestly think that I'm not at least halfway there over someone that came in the game late, has not hit some of these events, and I keep picking them up every single event that comes through? I always get the city skin, I always get the frame. I got skins that other people do not have, may never ever get ever again if they don't, cycle back around again. To me, you know, if I 20% boost and all that, yeah, 50% would be nice. But I think I offset that a lot with the bonuses that I do have already, that somebody I run into probably was not picking up from the get-go, does not have access to, will never have access to, possibly. So my theory is I'm going to stick with 99 for a while, not blowing 50 mithril on getting to 100. That's just one level. One level. For the 50%, I will max out the top 3 at 99. Then I will go through and do the 50. The 50% boost. Um, just not gonna do it. Sorry. I'm gonna max out to 99, then I'll go through and max out to 100. To me, it's just a waste when I can boost other gear, like I did the 2 for infantry. And to me, that's more of a benefit than taking one piece, just one piece, possibly to 100. It just, to me, it's a waste. I can boost 4 other pieces instead of just 2 pieces, and that's just my theory on that. That's the way I look at it, and that's kind of how I was going about everything. So right here, I'm like, sometimes I get a little, when I click on a certain piece, I'm a little confused with which one I'm clicking on, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I think I messed up there on one, but maybe not. I think it did, yes. Yes, I did on one of them. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to reforge these so I can, max out everything and level it up. That way I can, boost up every, piece of gear that I just took to legendary. Make sure I put her mythic back on. Yep, reforged hers. Didn't have to, but it did come in handy. Yeah, I got real close with just reforging these 8 pieces. I still had some XP left over, which, you know, it worked out for the best. And like I said, at some point I will take everything back to, you know, 100 plus again. No big deal. For now, I needed it. I had to, you know, level off all these and take them, you know, all the way to max. Like I said, I got a good boost. The only thing taking them to 100's giving me is like, what, I'm missing out on 100,000 power and then the 50% boost. Okay, I'm good. I think I can manage. So yeah, gonna take these up, you know. Here's my theory on this. Okay, I got two that are at 19. You know, might as well. I had a little extra mithril left over. You know, maxed that out. Why not? Okay, but his two pieces are at 19. I need stones. So I took them to 20 on lethality. That's the most beneficial for the marksman. Same with the lancer. So those two, I took the lethality, you know, to level 20 on the gear pieces. Eventually, I will, you know, take up the 15, level 15 to level 20. Just, you know, a matter of time. But I think I did the most beneficial on the upgrades here that I needed to do. I think I did what I needed to do as far as, you know, taking these up on the pieces that I needed. Got the infantry health to 99 on 3 pieces. Missing one. Okay, I'll get it next round. Along with, you know, I'll probably work on either Lancer or Marksman again. One or the other. Yes, I need the stones. So, yep. Let's just go ahead and open these. Maybe net a mythic or two and go back at it. And this is where I was like, okay, yeah, let's take this, the Lancer lethality up to 20 as well. Now we're maxed here. And that's, you know, kind of how I went about it and did it. You know, let's go for it. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these because I gotta have just these few to go another, you know, level up on this. And there you go. 2020 lethality on Marksman, 2020 on Lancer. So there's my overall rank. Nice, really nice. Now I thought, well, let's see where I'm at in, you know, arena and the exploration. So yeah, I'm actually up to, I know it says 55.4. It should be 55.7. Because I didn't switch out Bradley until a little bit later. I may have done it here. Let's see. I know I switched him out. And, well, I switched out, I think, Wayne with Bradley. Um, which was, you know, even though Bradley's not completely max, his stats were just, they're better. And even with this, you know, I'm going to take the win. Of course, I'm going to take the win here. Yeah, because I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, why didn't I switch out the gear for Bradley and Wayne? You know, what's the point difference here? Yes, I've been keeping up with my daybreak. Um, I'm a little bit further since this video. Um, and there's another thing I do here, which you're gonna see right now. 2%. How about 3? Let's just do it. You know, let's boost that marksman attack a little bit there. I was trying the little trick here to get a teleport, but I don't think one popped up. No, it never did. You can sit here and keep buying these guys, and sometimes the teleport will pop up on the, you know, the merchant here. Every now and again, you'll get one that'll pop up, and you can trade it, you know, resources for it. I've only had 2 pop up one time that I know of, which was, you know, a rarity. But it does happen. So just keep doing this where you're, you know, buying and, you know, refreshing as far as the resources go, and eventually a teleport will pop up. So after every reset every day, just, you know, keep at it. One's gonna pop up. You'll get one eventually. I did another one there because I thought, well, I got enough for one mythic piece, so, you know, mythic shard. And I said, well, you know, let me use some of these hard-earned gems and get me 400. I kind of screwed up. I should have probably went down in pets a little bit quicker than I did. You'll see that here. I'm gonna let this run, and then I will come back on for a little bit more commentary. Yeah, I probably should have ran the snow leopard a little bit sooner. Got better gains on it than I did the other one, so. I just run through some dailies here. Just kind of trying to finish out a little bit of what I had left over to do. And then you'll kind of see me go into our exploration there and try to get a few more levels on it. I thought I did pretty freaking good on it. I mean, I was quite impressed after I got Bradley up just a little bit more and changed out his gear. Did really good with it. You know, 4Cats there kind of got the better of me on this event, but I just wanted the city skin, the frame, and all that, so that's what I was after. And yeah, I'm accomplished that. That's what I wanted to get out of it. Again, for the bonuses. As I've said before, you know, that's key. 100% got to have it. Every little bit adds up. It helps. Ignore that. Sorry about that. I knew I needed a little bit more here on the troops just to kind of get up on the ranking for King of the Icefield. And of course, more ingredients, more food, trying to raise that score more. Which, at this point, I knew I was fine on getting the skin, which, as of me doing this video and the commentary, yeah, I've already gotten the city skin. I always save the 14-day one and the 3-day one, because you can cash them in. There's no point in using them if you're going to get the city skin. Just save them and cash them in for a few gems. I mean, I can go a few days without using the skin. But yeah, if you save them and the event's over with and you got the city skin, you use the city skin, the permanent one. Then open up the other ones and it just cashes you out in gems. Like 2,500. I mean, it's not much, but you might as well. Why not? Don't judge me. I always use some gems in here. And I'm eating while I'm doing the video editing on this, because I have to be up and at work at 2 a.m. in the morning, which is rather early. I gotta send 2 trucks over to another county, another plant to help out. So I'm just doing a little video editing, getting a little bit of food, and I'm about to get ready to, upload this and head to bed, and I will post this first thing in the morning, Saturday morning. Is that really a good time? I mean, while Castle's going on and all that? Yeah. Hell, y'all can watch it over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And then come Monday morning, I'll post Castle video. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll run it Saturday morning while Castle's going on. Everybody will be clicking on it thinking it's Castle. No. Seriously though, I'll run this video over the weekend. You'll get the Castle video Monday morning. Yeah, that'll work. All right, here we go. I was impressed. No, wrong thing. Here I'm like looking down, trying to get my food, and then looking up and going, "Oh, okay, I'm on expiration." No, no, I'm not on expiration. I'm still doing my intel. That stupid bounty. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try it again once I'm boosted for like castle later on. Tomorrow when I'm recording it. Whenever I boost out for castle, I'm gonna try that stupid ultimate bounty again. That thing is really, really tough. It doesn't matter how I have my, unit set up. It's tough. That's where I was like, oh, why am I using Wayne? Isn't Bradley stronger than Wayne at this point? I'm at 11,000 with the gear. And then I click on Bradley. I'm like, okay, I'm like 4. Okay, let me swap gear out and try it out. I'm like, hold up now. Yeah, let me put it on Bradley. Then check. Oh, okay. Having it on Bradley is better. So I was like, okay, yeah, we're going Bradley. Which I tried Bradley, just Bradley, Gordon, and Eva. Just those 3. I know that's not a really good offensive run. But I do switch out to Gwen. And I let that run. I'm like, hey, let's get boosted up here. Let's see how far we can go with expiration now. And I'm like, okay, I barely made it. And I thought, okay, that's it. I'll get to like 525 maybe 525. And I was pleasantly surprised how far I really took it. I thought right here, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose, and I was like, okay, I made it. Let's see how far we can go with this. Yeah. And I love Bradley's just taking out their back troops, like just taking them out. Makes it a hell of a lot easier trying to go through all this. Yeah, I've been like barely making it with a few troops left, and then that one I had quite a few left. And I thought, well, all right, we're on 524. We're about to hit 525. And I said, as soon as I hit 525, that's the stopping point. There's no way I'm gonna beat out any of that. And then I was like, okay, now we're ahead a little bit. I'm like, well, maybe I can make it to 530. I said, well, she's healing now, so this is going to be even tougher. I really don't like the AoE ones or the hill ones because they're considerably tougher to deal with. But I think we managed quite well. It's kind of funny. I watch, some of these heroes. I'm like, man, these are like the most useless heroes they throw up against you because I remember when these heroes were, actually good and I used them. And now I'm still having to fight against them. Even though they're, junk at this point. But I'm still having to fight against them. I mean, every now and again you'll get, Lynn thrown in the mix on their side. I think. Was it Lynn I seen once? I think they're starting to ramp up and give you different ones now. Um, could be wrong. Hell, I thought I seen Lynn. Hell, I thought I was seeing Hector at some point. Yeah. Or not Hector, Logan. Logan. And I thought, well, it's been a while since I've seen that. I thought, man, I'm never going to get past this. I found the right combo, though. And I made it through. And I was thinking, okay, now that I've found the right one, 530 was really tough. I did it a few times. I was getting upset. And I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And then finally, something worked good and I got rid of the healer and that was it. I'm like, okay, wow. All right, so we just pushed through. This is going to stop on 535. This has got to stop. This is just it's getting really, really hard. And I barely made it right there, as you see. I thought, well, there's no way this combo that I did find that's working is going to continue working. The hero mix-up, or the matchup keeps, changing. I keep throwing different ones. Alonzo and all that. And alright, let's move them around. Let's see if this combo will work. Which, it did. So I stuck with this one for a little while. Until I started, getting a little higher. I do believe I switched it out several times. Once I got up to, really my stopping point of where I'm at right now until I max out Bradley. I thought, well, this has got to be the stopping point, And of course, as with most of these things, you think, okay, well, this is it. And then I got that close and I was like, no, I just got to find the right setup. And I should be able to power through this. I was like, all right, that's somewhat better because it did take out main heroes, but I still had a whole thing of infantry, that was behind there. Or marksman. I was like, yeah, I bossed that. Might as well restart. And I said, yep, another restart here. I said, stupid Greg keeps, interrupting Bradley, or I'd really get somewhere with it. Right as he's about to fire, right as Bradley's about to fire Greg. Oh, yeah. I'm going to mess you up. So I said, well, let's put Gordon on the front line. And I didn't think that would work at all. I was like, I'm just going to lose with Gordon at the front line, you know. It's not a good strategy. I need kind of, you know, tanks at the front. I said, well, let me move some of these around and see what the result is now with double Lancer on the left. Renee, Gordon. Surely this is a good combo. Nope, interrupted by Greg again as I'm right about to fire. I get interrupted. So I'm like, okay, look, Renee in the front again, Gordon in the back. Let's double up, but have Renee in the front. That way, Gordon's poison can pop and maybe do some good damage, you know? Denied. Once again, denied. So I'm getting a little frustrated, of course, as anybody would. And I know, I'm like, this is so close. You know, the RNG is going to be in my favor at some point on this, and I'm just going to take them out. Greg's little skill there ain't going to pop on Bradley, or I'll find a good, you know, combo or mix up to kind of push me through and get to, you know, 536. And he's like, he's got like, I mean, a quarter of his life left, and they just drop him dead. I was getting so mad. As you could see, I was just like, forget it. You know, I'm done with exploration. Because I was just getting upset with it. I was like, alright, look, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna swap some things around and try, you know, the bounty again. Finish out some more of these. And then I thought, well, let me go back in. You know, after I did some of these, I'm like, I'll try it one more time. Different little mix up with the, or set up with the heroes in the exploration. I was like, alright, well, what can I boost here to maybe give me a little bit of an advantage? So that's what I did. Not much. I was debating whether I should do that or not. You know, I knew there were some heroes down here that needed purple gear or didn't have any at all. And I was like, yep, there we go. Boost them up for my overall, you know, hero ranking. I was like, there's no point in burning through gear when, you know, I need it. And I got some that don't have any. Even though I probably won't ever use those at the very bottom. But you never know. It's nice to have a little bit of gear on them, especially if you're, you know, your city's getting hit while you're in Foundry or something like that, you know. So then it was like, okay, now I can, you know, upgrade. Enhancement. No, okay, I'm committed. I've filled up my heroes. They didn't have any gear, and there we go, you know. I mean, that's the stats you get with just, you know, defensive setups. I'm like, alright. Let's swap Bradley out for Gwen. Let's run this and see how we do. You know, King of the Ice Field again. Checking the ranking on that. Yeah, I can knock out, usually I can knock out my dailies pretty quick. Sometimes I can get them 100%. Others, no. It takes a little bit of time. I mean, I could just run into a resource node and just hit it for a few minutes and pull them out and have them completed and done right then and there. But I'm not going to do that and leave like used up resources on the map. I know they reset, but I'm usually about done for the day anyway. I'm about ready to go to bed, and I'm going to just let them run all night and resource gather, you know, for the next 6 hours. And that's what I usually do anyway. So I kind of check out daybreak here a little bit and then right back out. And I'm like, alright. Let me see what else is going on. And I'm like, okay, now that's pretty good on the lethality. I was like really happy with that. That ain't bad with Gwen. Though I hate that I have to switch out gear. I wish I could just run 3 all the time. Offense, defense. Good stats, boom, done. The Century games. You need a better way of swapping heroes without me changing my gear. Alright? Instead of me clicking on the hero and exchanging gear, I need a way of changing or doing a lineup, being able to save it with the gear I want, and it just changing it for me. When I select it on the save slot that I have it saved on, I want that gear taken off of the other hero and put on the save, you know, the saved hero gear or the heroes that I have. Come on, Sentry. Make it happen. Slot 1, slot 2, offense, defense. I can switch between the two and I don't have to touch my gear. It's already swapped. Come on, Sentry. Let's see it in an update. All y'all, petition for it. It would make it so much easier for us rally leads. Come on. Save slot 1, save slot 2. Click. Boom. Heroes that I'm using for offense, excuse me, are loaded. Heroes I'm using for defense are loaded, but they've already got my top 3 gear loaded up, ready to go. No swapping gear. All I gotta do is hit the save slot. It's got my gear saved. Boom. Done. It'll hot swap it for me. Work it out in an update, Sentry. Come on. Let's see it. I really would love to see that. That would be an awesome little update. And here I'm kind of winding down. I will kind of, you know, give y'all a little update and cheat here. I did go back into exploration. I did end up getting to 540. It took me a few runs, and a few combos, but I finally figured it out, and I got to 540. That was the stopping point, though. 540, stopping point. Bradley maxed out, complete 5-star. Maybe might eke out a win and get past 540. Maybe some more, gear upgrades, stuff like that. Maybe. I don't know. But I just finished up eating dinner while I'm doing all this commentary and video editing. And I've got to get some rest. It's 8:30. I got to be up at what? 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. Little less than, 5 hours. So I need at least 4 hours. At least 4 hours of sleep. So I got like 35, 40 minutes. I need to be in bed by that time. I need to be in bed in the next 20 minutes. But guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope y'all enjoyed 6,000 chests being opened up and all the legendary here, gear upgrades and all that. As always, like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification. Love all y'all. Thank you guys. I'll see y'all next time. Hope y'all enjoyed.